Most people die alone, but the ones who don't share one thing in common. Here's what most people don't know. People without close friendships have a 26% higher mortality rate in crisis situations. That's not a small gap. That's the difference between life and death. We're not talking about minor health outcomes. We're talking about survival. When disaster strikes, when everything falls apart, the people with strong friendships make it out. The ones without don't. Loneliness isn't just painful, it's lethal. It's not a luxury to have people who truly know how to be there for you. It's survival infrastructure, and the science proves it. Marcus and James didn't know each other before that morning in October. They'd both signed up for the same guided hiking group, and by chance, they ended up hiking together on the Cascade Ridge Trail. Around noon, the weather turned. Not gradually. Instantly, a freak blizzard swept in with visibility dropping to maybe 10 feet. Their guide had turned back early, but Marcus and James were separated from the group. Within an hour, they were lost. What happened next determined whether they lived or died. James panicked first. His breathing got shallow, his mind spiraled. But Marcus didn't dismiss him or get frustrated. He sat down in the snow, made James sit beside him, and simply listened. He didn't try to fix everything immediately. He acknowledged that yes, this was bad, but they had supplies, they had each other, and panic wouldn't help. James felt heard. His breathing slowed. For 72 hours, they huddled in a makeshift shelter they built from branches and snow. Marcus kept talking, not empty reassurance, but honest conversation. He admitted he was scared too. James reciprocated by staying functional, rationing their food, keeping the shelter intact. They believed in each other when belief was the only thing left. When rescue came on the third morning, both men walked out alive. Hypothermia should have taken at least one of them. It didn't, because they knew how to truly be there for each other. Now, you might be wondering, what made Marcus and James different? Why did they survive when so many others don't? It comes down to 4 specific traits that appear in every survival story worth telling. First, reliability under pressure. When the blizzard hit, James didn't panic or freeze emotionally. He showed up fully. He rationed their supplies without complaint, maintained the shelter, and kept checking on Marcus throughout the night. Reliability means your friend doesn't disappear when things get hard, they actually show up harder. Second, honest communication. Marcus didn't pretend everything was fine. He told James when his feet were numb, when he was scared, when he thought they might not make it. And James listened without judgment. They talked through every decision together instead of one person taking control. Third, shared purpose. They weren't just 2 random people stuck together. They genuinely wanted each other to survive. Marcus kept saying, "We're getting out of this together." That shared goal became their anchor. And fourth, the willingness to be vulnerable. On the second night, James broke down. He admitted he was terrified. Instead of seeing weakness, Marcus held space for it. He said, "I'm scared too, but we've got this." That vulnerability created trust that literally kept them both fighting. These aren't rare traits, they're choices. So how do you actually build a survival circle? It starts smaller than you think. True friendship isn't forged in grand gestures. It's built through showing up repeatedly, even when it's inconvenient. That means answering the phone at midnight. That means remembering what your friend told you 3 weeks ago and asking about it unprompted. That means being present, not just physically present, but actually listening without planning your response. Second, be honest. Not brutally honest, wisely honest. If your friend is making a mistake, tell them. If you're struggling, say it out loud instead of pretending everything's fine. Marcus and James survived because they communicated openly about their fear, their pain, their doubts. They didn't perform strength for each other. Third, choose consistency over intensity. One genuine conversation every 2 weeks beats sporadic binges of contact. Send that text. Show up to the small things. Reliability builds trust. And trust is what transforms an acquaintance into someone who'll stay calm with you when everything falls apart. Start today. Pick one person. Do one small thing. That's how survival circles grow. Marcus and James walked out of those mountains alive because they knew how to be there for each other. They listened. They stayed calm. They believed. That's what separates survival from tragedy. Life isn't just longer when you have real friends. It's richer, deeper, more worth living. So today, pick one person who matters. Send them a message. Show up. Because the most important survival skill you'll ever develop isn't about gear or technique. It's about choosing connection.